If the last game was Garrett, and Garrett still played well in this game, but I'm with you, Turtle. Squishy had a very solid game for NRG. And here we go. Are we seeing a repeat again from semifinals?
I don't know. If you're G2 in the back of your head, I'm sure you're thinking, oh my goodness, are we Team Envy? Our shooting is not that good at this current moment. We're creating opportunities, but we aren't yielding any results. It's got to be painful, but maybe JNAPS can change that story with a dunk. He does find the dunk, but it's not accurate.
G2, they're able to kick the game off on offense more times than not, but can they actually convert at the start of the game? NRG got him on the counterattack last time. Squishy pulling off wide on the ball. JNAPS had no boost. Chicago gonna find a full tank. JNAPS back over to Drees, cut off. Another double commit from NRG. They seem a little hoppy on defense. They haven't gotten punished for it just yet, but gotta be careful with that.
Oh, the whiff. JNAPS had an opportunity, didn't read the backboard bounce. And that's a bit uncharacteristic. Earlier on in this series, G2 were starting off so strong, finding the net. The shots were on target. Can't really say the same here, but they do look good with this possession. Maybe that one's still off target, Jorby. Accuracy failing them.
Drees able to send that ball across. Chicago's in the air. Shot on and right in Justin's face. Chicago scoring all the time in this grand final.
Yep. Third time's the charm here. The third shot, and it goes in. Chicago, he saved his flip to get the extra power to make sure even if a pre-jump came out from NRG, it's going to ricochet and still find the net.
For G2, what's worked? Well, Chicago's worked. This one might just go in. Garrett gets to the ball in time. It feels like everything he's touching is turning gold. JNAPS, last man back, picks up the save. Justin scoop. High up for Squishy. He has to stretch for this. And another big win from Chicago. Justin last back and another clear.
That speed from Chicago in the midfield is huge for G2. It's relieving all this pressure. I mean, if he loses that challenge, his teammates are forced to rotate back in, waste even more boost trying to find another touch. But Chicago, he's a player that you love to have on your team because he can give you that extra time to collect yourself and find that rotation.
Up high, Garrett flips in front of it. We're just in a friendly bout of boomer ball. That's a good touch from Garrett, but taken down by Drees. This is NRG's ball. Squishy, light shot. All three from G2 commit to it. Hang on, boys. Big demo. Garrett G puts it in. NRG tie it up.
And you think G2 are going to get away with this one, but nope. Drees bumps JNAPS out of position. JNAPS wasn't even prepared. A demo comes out from Squishy. Well executed. You knew that was the exact moment you need to get a demo right after a double commit. Sets up one of the easiest shots for NRG. All tied up here. Both teams look solid on defense and on offense.
Well, Squishy thought he might have been able to get a pass after squeezing that boost away. Justin. A demo from Squishy gives Garrett space. He's going to use all of it to get this flip reset. Gets over a defender, and Drees, as the failsafe, puts the ball away. JNAPS now has got a one-on-one with Drees and Garrett. He's going to take out Garrett. Chicago, he freezes Garrett on the goal line. Drees carries it in.
And you're forcing Garrett G to stay down instead of pre-jumping. Chicago, it's crucial you go for the bump, and Chicago went high, assuming Garrett's going to jump, forcing Garrett to, in turn, stay on the ground, and you set up a nice little dribble there for G2.
That was at several times for G2. The physical game is the true X factor for them in this. When those demos and they're getting quality opportunities off of them, even non-demos, just the threat of the demo is enough to freeze NRG and get NRG or give G2 a goal.
And it's not just about going for demos all the time, Jorby, as we've seen now from both teams actually with the Squishy bump and demo play in the previous goal for NRG. It's about the timing, when you go for the demo, when you decide to take out one player, because if you're just constantly looking for demos, it's not going to be as effective as you might think. But getting it whenever you have possession and your team's looking for a counterattack, that's when it's crucial.
Good cover up by Drees. A clear almost going straight out into NRG. Justin, he gets taken out on the backside. Squishy underneath on the flip reset, taken away by Chicago. And NRG playing midfield. Waiting to see how G2 approach this. They will be able to push forward. Here's Garrett.
Oh, double commit.
Couldn't get the Squishy. Tried to put it on his nose. Justin just got caught out. JNAPS couldn't punish him. He tries to force the 50. He can't find the ball anymore. Justin slips underneath. Drees just has to punch it high and buy G2 some time. He does that and a little bit more. Chicago can't really find a way in, so JNAPS is going to come in for G2, hanging on to this 1-goal lead with a minute left.
Almost saw a slap in the face from JNaps to Justin, where JNaps just dunked Justin in the midfield, who went for a slower approach. Fortunately, if you're an NRG fan, Justin did get back in time. Here's Squishy on the dribble. He's around one, he's around two, maybe around the third one. No, Chicago finds a touch, but NRG looking to prove themselves on offense.
Oh, Drees, great touch to keep it close. JNaps, he flips over 2 NRG attackers. Garrett cleaning up as third man. And he gets another touch. Justin spreads out wide on the wing. Justin can't get to it. JNaps gets a quick ball out to Chicago. Squishy flying back, can't get the touch. That leaves it open for G2. JNaps puts it high, taken away by Squishy. Over to Garrett.
A bit awkward there from Squishy. At first, I was wondering why he was still in the air, but instead he recovered on the backboard to get a follow-up. And that means NRG can get back on offense. JNaps forced to get a touch. Such a crucial hit, but he finds it. G2, though, the last minute, things can get dicey for them. What happened in the previous game, they're put to the test.
Justin, another 50. Garrett's next up, puts it high. He wants 2, but Drees is right there to take the ball away. Squishy, too slow. Drees puts it downfield again. Justin, another chance at it. Chicago puts it down. Garrett knows he has to keep it in the air, and that ball caught by Squishy.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute. Stop the attack. Here comes NRG. Justin sets it up high. Squishy nowhere close to it. Garrett, does he got the catch? He does, but Chicago's all over him. Squishy, 0-second drill for NRG. Garrett G to the side
Justin.
wall. Where's Justin? Where's Squishy?
Squishy's there.
Save.
Justin.
Go! NRG have tied it up.
How did they keep this ball in the air? NRG outpacing G2, finding the predictions as to where G2 are going to try and clear this. And they recover flawlessly. We're going into overtime.
NRG made G2 panic at the end there. Just tons of powerful hits towards their box, towards the back wall. G2 couldn't handle it. NRG on the attack again. Squishy pass over to Justin, taken away by JNaps. Drees up high, puts the ball down. Justin forced into retreat.
Jorby, they were facing match point. We're still on match point, and they get a buzzer beater.
Oh, I think they're like a Game 7 more and more. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
They need a goal, though.
I'm here for it.
Here comes Drees. Can't get another touch. Squishy up quickly for that ball. JNaps puts this one up high. Here comes Drees. Pass in front, but Chicago couldn't get to it in time. Pulled off on the play. Garrett back over to Justin. One man
that might be it.
But it's safe for Chicago. Play it back over to the side.
There's been a lot of space here for the defense. It seems like we've fallen back in that place now where it's counterattack attempt after counterattack attempt. People barely finding the last rotation. And this one, look at the space, Jorby. There's so much on the field. It's a very boomer ball focused game here in overtime.
Oh, another 52 for Justin, but Squishy's left flat in midfield. He has to wait. And he gets a good touch out back over to Justin. That's another good touch from Justin. Squishy, no chance at it. Justin has to move forward for NRG. Now, it's been a grinder today for NRG.
Oh,
what a shot, but it's just up high. Squishy puts it up
Justin's
for
there.
the 50. Justin, oh, he basically wins the ball, but it's Chicago's. And Garrett's forced back to the corner. That's a good 50 again. I just don't know which way it's going to go. Whoever gets the poor 50, I guess, is going to lose the game.
I mean, at this point, it feels like it's going to come down to a Squishy bump attempt because I've been seeing him constantly harass and chase down the G2 defense. We might see the same thing out at JNaps on offense, but either way, it's been a physical game. I feel like that trend's going to continue. Garrett G, he does get the stop. Drees looks for a big clear, doesn't find a teammate, and instead it's given right back to NRG.
Oh, Chicago. That pass was just a little too juicy. He wants another one. He gets the bump. Drees barreled down, and he got the demo onto Garrett. Another bump, but that was Squishy bumping the attacker. JNaps makes it work. That's Garrett G's ball. Chicago waits, sets up Drees for a touch. He gets it. JNaps is next up. Shot on target, saved by Squishy. Here's another one. Chicago got it over back to JNaps. Too light. Garrett G can handle it. Drees is playing it safe, and he's rewarded with another touch. But Squishy, no boost. Back over to Justin, and NRG needed that space. They were starting to run low on the tank. They all collect some canisters. Justin by himself bumps the player out of the way. Garrett waits. Garrett scores! NRG steal Neo Tokyo. We head to Champions Field.
We're going to Game 7, and it's off a physical play from Justin, then the misplay out of Chicago, not finding the proper touch. A huge mistake, devastating to the mental game of G2, and that is not the way you want to send it into Game 7.